What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in on another episode here on Chop It Up with Tony. Another solo sessions as scheduled. It's going good, man. I like these solo sessions. It's going very well. Um, Big question today, but generally probably what I'm going through right now. Um, Too much in the head, right? You ever feel like you overthink things? You're too much involved up here, thinking. I think recently it's last couple years, right? It's really been generally, especially right after COVID. Just put it this way: everyone has been on the journey of mental health, of making sure everyone is on point, making sure that we have the right tools, we eat the right things, we do the right activities. Exercising has been a really big advocate recently. Um, and all of that just to keep us sane. Okay. Keep us just good enough to move forward in life, just good enough to be safe of our thoughts, be safe of what we're thinking about when it comes to our decisions in life. So it's been a great thing. And I think I've always been an advocate of that growing up just because of the shit that I went through. Uh, Finding something, either people can find faith, people can find yoga, people can find the gym life, collectibles. There's so much stuff where we can do to kind of just get our head off of the things that bother us. And generally, this is my thing right here. It's good to have just a conversation. Sometimes conversations of just myself. A lot of thoughts going on up here, and where you just need to get it off your chest and just to express. And this is it. It's too much, and there's just too much going on. Too much things that life is throwing us, and sometimes it's way too much at a time where we're like, hold up. And what I feel like it is my image, and when I see stuff like that, all these activities, it's like if anyone has watched Matrix, and as anyone has seen the end of Matrix, where Neo finally becomes who he needs to be, and then he's getting all these bullets coming at him, and all of a sudden he sticks his hand out, makes him stop. Feel like that's what I want to do in life. All right, grow like I've come to a part of my life right now where it's like all that stuff that's happening, kid drama, you're, with relationship issues, if anything, uh, job, car, payments, all that financials, stuff like that, everything. It, it's like pause, please, pause. That's what you want to do. You want to stick your hand out and just make it stop. Just stop. But we can't. We can't we? Can't do it. We can't sit here and do that and still think that we can move forward in life. It sucks, but we have to face the issues at hand. And I think that's one thing where it's like, man, it just sucks. It sucks because that's what you want to do. You want to pause, take a minute, breathe. And there may be times where you'll be able to, but most of the time it's like life says, nah, you can't. You need to get up and move forward. Which in turn, the expression of live today like it's your last day. So what can we do today to kind of just manage our life today? You know, what can I do today to make sure today was a productive day, either for myself or the things around me? And I like the analogy of what, if anyone's seen a little video where there's, you know, There's the rocks, pebbles, sand, uh, golf balls in the little jar, and what are the specific things to really worry about. And I think that's where we have to remind ourselves, what are the most important parts in our life that, yes, these are the things we worry about. But then all this other stuff we make time for. We don't have to take care of it just right here, right now. It could be on a later time, later day. Could be the next day, if anything, or whatever. But in turn, it's still something to take care of, right? So it's a lot. I think it's a lot, man. Life is a lot. It's never ending. And even as now our ages, as my age as an adult, it's like you hear the, oh man, I wish I was 15 again. Oh man, I wish I was 18 again. Like, kind of do. You definitely kind of do. You wish you can go back in time, be the young cat again, but no, not really. I lived my life. I was shocked that I made it through my life. I was shocked that I survived what I survived. That that right there, just there's nothing we can change. There's only things that we can accept to move forward. There's things that's helped us and mold us. We have to understand that those are the things that help mold us today, so we can be strong enough to move forward. It's different situations, of course, but it's still we take strength from all that. We build on that. So best advice when it comes to navigating the life is just that. Know what's important to you. What is the most important things, like our spouse, kids, family, great friends, friendships, responsible, work, all that, financials, all that stuff like that comes into place. Yes. But for sure, our health, our mental state is the most important part. Because if I'm not right, my head's not on right, I'm not thinking clearly, then I'm not just suffering. My family, my kids are suffering. And that right there, you cannot fail. You cannot. You can't fail on yourself. And once you do, then you realize, like, yeah, you've given up, man. Given up on yourself and down and out, and you're like, there's no freaking ladder to this hole that you dug yourself in. And it's very difficult. It damn sure is very difficult. So we just stay consistent. Stay consistent in what makes you happy. Stay consistent of doing the things that bring joy to yourself. Be consistent in that. Don't let up. Find yourself that person that just reminds you and says, "Hey, this is where you were just a month ago. You somehow things have changed. What's changed?" Ask the right question, and ask the right question to yourself. In the timely matter like this, it's like, what what has changed from today than last month? Hmm. Can you make a change? Is there something that you need to do better? Do you need to change up your eating routine? Do you need to change up your workout routine? Do you need to change up your morning routine, your daily routine? Do you need to change all that? Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. Especially like that's why when you call it spring cleaning. Why you call it spring cleaning is because you let go of the things you've hung on for so long, and it's like, ah, get it out, get it fresh out the head, get a fresh open space, You clear the space that you have. You clear the space that you're working on. You feel light. You feel lighter for damn sure. That is great. That right there is feels so much better mentally, physically. You're refreshed. You want to move forward. You want to do more things. So don't let up on that. Do not let up on that. Schedule time for that. Make sure make sure all of that is in your routine in life because it benefits your future. It benefits who you want to be, who you're striving to be. It benefits your you as a person to make sure, hey, I'm still who I am deep down, but at least I can add a little bit more. I can do a little bit more. I can try something different, and I can just be the better version I was last year. That's that's a great thing. And trust me, there there are years, there are times and years where it's like you definitely feel like there is no change. You feel like there's no way of moving. There's no way of becoming lighter in your thought process. There's no way. I know. I the time that I've had in my life in moments and time frames and stuff where it's like, bro, this today sucks. Today just does not feel good to have to like, and I don't want tomorrow to be here because tomorrow may be worse. But push through. You strong enough. You are strong enough. If you made it this far, you ask yourself, man, what I went through back then, how did I get through all that? How what did I use? What was I feeling? How? Who was there? Who was present? And sometimes that comes into place where the people you lost in life may have been that person where, man, they knew what to say to me. They knew how. They knew exactly how to smack my head right or be like, hey, you're this or that. So remember what they said. Remember what they would tell you. Remember how they were reacting, how they react. So that way, when a situation like this, you know exactly what they would be saying. You can hear it sometimes in the back of your head, and it's that you feel that little hand on your shoulder, and they'll tell you, like, acting dumb right now. You're being a little stupid. Don't behave like that. You'll get through this. Don't worry. So it's really nothing more. It's nothing more to it, guys. If you want, if you just want to be the better version of yourself, I just advise that yearly, yearly, cleansing of yourself doesn't have to be obviously doing an eating routine, taking a detox, whatever case it be. Sometimes cleansing just means you're freeing up space, in your own home or your car, your office, freeing up space to just feel like you feel light enough to think and you feel light enough to have energy and refresh to complete the task that you need to complete. When you start piling on and you forget to take care of yourself in that manner, you forget why it's important. So don't forget about it. Don't forget about that. Don't recommend it because all of that definitely leads you to a darker path. Sound like Yoda, darker future and stuff like that. It definitely does. I think we've seen it in history. Statistics tells us. I'm not a numbers person in that, but I mean it's just common sense. If you don't really take care of yourself and you don't really give yourself the right love that you need, then how do you expect to grow? How do you expect to be better? How do you expect to stay strong? You can't. There's no way you can. No way you can. Because it's you as a parent, it's the same thing what you're doing for your children. That's what you have to do. That's how you know they're growing, giving them that ingredients to grow, giving them strength to have in order for them to be strong for themselves too. So you can't forget to do it for yourself. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes in life we do that. It's normal. But like you're fishing, where you'll look back a little bit, get back on track. Get back on track, and you'll be able to do it. We got all the power in the world. Like I said, the right tools, the right eating habits, the right knowledge, common sense, faith. If you need faith, we're strong enough. We're strong enough. We'll see you until next time.